An early evening 30-second exposure with two stacks of NGC900-999. The time now is 5:46. It is the 29th of December 2025. The goal for tonight is to track down whatever the studies from 900 to 949. Stars aren't looking bad. Very, very nice. I think we're ready to roll on to NGC 900. NGC 904, Galaxy in Aries, magnitude 13.6, 1.2 by 0.9 arc minute, elliptical spiral, 244 million light years distant. RA 22405, declination plus 27 degrees, 20 minutes, 31 seconds. Let's back it down to the better, sharper view. We can see both galaxies at 75x, 903 and 904. Okay, we're in a nice, more transparent part of the sky for NGC 906, and it's very close to NGC 891. Zooming in, 50% e-zoom. Here's our galaxy, magnitude 12.9. 1.8 by 0.6 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, 212 million light years distant, pretty much face on. 2 hours, 25 minutes, 16 seconds, plus 42 degrees, 5 minutes, and 23. Might take a little bit more magnification. Okay, here we have diffraction from the power line associated with NGC 907. In this case, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12.6. Should be quite apparent on the screen. 1.9 by 0.6, 3-to-1 aspect ratio. I think I'm seeing it right there at 75x. Spiral with a bar, lowercase d, so it's a very immature spiral with a bar. 74 million light years distant. RA 22302, DEC minus 20, 42, 46. Here we're looking for NGC 908. Pretty obvious there, even though it's in the diffraction zone. And why is it obvious? It's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 10.2, 6.1 by 2.7 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase c. Get those IP scopes out of this one. 64 million light years distant, puts it about 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 22304, DEC minus 21, 1402. A wee bit of a shift to NGC 910, part of this galaxy group. Typically, a galaxy group is named after the brightest member. I'm not sure which one that will prove to be. This one is a magnitude 12.2, so a little brighter, 2 by 2 arc minute lenticular spiral, 238 million light years distant. So, here we have this one here that I centered up. Look for other galaxies. These are to the west and therefore should have lower numbers. These are to the east and should have higher ones. It's a nice view. Lenticular spiral 238 million light years, RA 22526 with a declination of 41, 49, 26. Let's see if we get some more in this one. That's what I like to see. NGC 931, a galaxy in Triangulum. Magnitude 12.8, 3.9 by 0.8 arc minutes. Ooh. Spiral with a lowercase bc, 224 million light years distant. This baby is pushing something like 200,000 light years plus in diameter. Right ascension is 228.14, declination plus 31.18 and 40 seconds. Okay, I gave it a little longer before I actually initialized the stacking. We're looking for NGC 936, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 10, oh, there it is, 0.1, 4.3 by 3.8 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lenticular, lowercase a, 60 million light years distant, probably 80,000 light years in diameter. Let's push it up a little bit, center it up on the screen. RA 22737, declination minus 10920. Sticking with the last field of view, the next galaxy, NGC 938, would have been in Aries. Magnitude 12.4, 1.6 by 1.2 arc minute sized elliptical, 185 million light years distant, RA 228.33, and the problem was declination was plus 20, 17, 0, and that's where we get the intense, overwhelming moonwash. Okay, gave it plenty of time to track for NGC 940 Galaxy in Triangulum. Looking pretty good. There's our galaxy node out, magnitude 12.4, 1.2 by 0.9 lenticular spiral, 231 million light years distant. RA 22937, declination plus 313827. We're off to NGC 941. There's a very bright galaxy here and a fainter one there. This one happens to be magnitude 12.4. It's in Cetus, 2.7 by 1.8 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 69 million light years distant. Lowercase c is probably this galaxy here. This one's got too intense a core and maybe a little bit brighter. We're at RA 22827, a declination of minus 10904. We'll capture both of them, and we can consult with Steve Gobbs. I bet you that's an 11th magnitude galaxy there. NGC 947 is a galaxy in Cetus, pretty far south at minus 190229, dec 2 hour 28 minutes 33 second. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 221 million light years distant. Magnitude 12.6, 2.1 by 1.1. The galaxy is quite present, however, on the screen. Clouds are rolling in. I'm just going to wrap this baby up for tonight, and that will be it. The 950 series will have to come later on in the week. It's now 5:52, probably an hour and a half. We're into sky dark, except, of course, that huge gibbous moon is off towards the west and slightly north. It's probably progressed from Aries into close to Taurus. But anyway, we'll be pursuing the 950 to 999 and probably will capture NGC 1000 tonight. 950 to 1000, NGC 1000 this evening. It is the 30th of December 2025. And let's get our start. NGC 955 is our next study. It's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12, 2.9 by 0.9 arc minutes. I'll bet you can pick that out on the screen. Spiral with a lowercase ab, 68 million light years distant, means it's probably about 50,000 light years in diameter. The view is quite sharp. The screen is quite bright due to the gibbous moon. We're at RA 23033, declination minus 1 degree, 6 minutes 30 seconds. We're looking for NGC 958, a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12.1, pretty apparent there in the field. It may have a neighbor. 2.9 by 0.9 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 256 million light years distant, means it's pushing 200,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 23042, declination minus 25626. Let's go up to our 50% view. The stars are looking a little sharper there. We're off to NGC 959, a galaxy in Triangulum, magnitude 12.4. Oblate 2.3 by 1.4 arc minute, spiral with some disturbance in it. A very young galaxy. And you can tell that because it doesn't have much of a core. So it's a class D. It would say P if it were perturbed gravitationally. It's right ascension 2 hours 32 minutes 23 seconds with a declination of plus 35, 29, 39. We've gone further north now to NGC 968. It's I press the enter button. It's a galaxy in Triangulum, 12.2. Pretty obvious there. Looking at it, you should be able to say, oh, it's actually much larger than that. So we should be seeing something along the lines of 3.6 by 1.9. We're starting to get some extensions now, but I don't like the way the stars look. So it's a 2-to-1 aspect ratio, 165 million light years distant, puts it about 175,000 light years in diameter. RA 23406 with a declination of plus 34, 28, 47. Off to NGC 972, a galaxy in Aries, magnitude 11.4. This is probably the brightest galaxy. Look at the annularity on that baby. Let's push it up a little bit. Magnitude 11.4, 3.3 by 1.6 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase ab, but not suggesting a ring. That's a spiral arm that's partially encompassing. 70 million light years distant. I would get a nice 8-inch scope out or larger and try to have an eyepiece view of this. RA is 2 hours, 34 minutes, 13 seconds with a declination of plus 29, 1841. A little more magnification, if you will, 150x for our final view of NGC972. NGC973 is another Galaxian triangle, magnitude 12.8. Whoa, 3.7 by 0.5 arc minutes. There's got to be a beautiful edge-on galaxy. There's something edgy there, but it doesn't look that very bright. But that could be 3 arc minutes there. Spiral with a lowercase b, no core to it, 219 million light years distant, RA2 3420 with a declination of plus 32, 3017. And here we are off to NGC 980, a Galaxian Andromeda. Nice part of the sky, magnitude 13, 1.7 by 0.9 lenticular spiral, 261 million light years distant, maybe 120,000 light years in diameter. RA2 3518, declination 40, 55, 34. We're off to NGC 982, it's Galaxian Andromeda, magnitude 12.5, 1.5 by 0.6 arc minutes. I think we can see it there. It's a spiral lowercase a, 255 million light years distant, probably about as large as our Milky Way. RA2 3524, declination plus 40, 5209. And we seem to be getting some stacking right now. Could be this. This is probably our edgy on. Here we're doing a countdown. NGC 987. Galaxian triangle, magnitude 12.4, 1.3 by 1.1 arc minute, spiral with a bar. It's a lenticular A, which means half time removed from lenticular, 205 million light years distant. RA2 3649, declination plus 33 degrees, 19 minutes 36 seconds. Not a bad view, but 1.3 by 1.1. It looks like it's a little more edgy on that. Off to NGC 988. Should be a very nice galaxy, and we are seeing it. It's slashing right into that bright star right there. Take a look at it and determine what class you think it might be. It's a Galaxian Cetus, magnitude 11, 4.6 by 2.5 arc minute. It's a spiral with a bar, but it's a lowercase c, so not a very well-defined core region. 67 million light years distant means this is maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 2, 3527, deck minus 9, 2125. Our last study of the NGC 950 to 999 series is probably this faint little galaxy there. In Andromeda, magnitude 13.5, 0.9 by 0.8 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase a, 211 million light years distant. RA2 3847, declination plus 4140, 13. We may be getting some aperture block. We are getting a little bit of stellar distension. Anyway, here we have NGC 1003, readily apparent even at 30x. This is a 30-second exposure. I'm interested in seeing how many stacks we get. Galaxian Perseus, magnitude 11.4, 5.7 by 2.2 arc minute, spiral with lowercase c, kind of a spread out core. A mere 35 million light years distance, so not much more than 40,000 light years in diameter. We are getting duplication. So this is going to be our Carpe Noctem view. It's at right ascension 1003 is at right ascension 2 hours 39 minutes 16 seconds with a declination of plus 40 degrees 52 minutes 20 seconds. Let's hope by the time we get to the 1000 to 1049 series, we've somehow resolved some of the issues associated with stellar distension due to poor stacking. And I will say, it's saying at the bottom of my screen, stack status, stack finished, time used 1/10 of a second, stacked images, or stacked 4, ignored 0, total exposure time 120 seconds. That does not track with what we are seeing on the screen. I'll just have to continue to scratch my graying hair over this matter. Carpe Noctem.